Hey Hoopers, it's Deanne Love here on the windiest day of the year. Shout out to my hair for even thinking this was a good idea. This week we're going to try something a little bit different. We are going to share with you 3 tutorials. Now today is a tutorial on the Mandala prayer hands. So 2 hands together doing the Mandala. I'm going to break down that trick for you in this tutorial. And then the next tutorial in this series is going to be giving you 4 moves that are really going to help you to open up your shoulders, because this is quite a stretch for the shoulders and the triceps. So I'm going to share with you 4 moves in the next tutorial. And then the final tutorial of this series is going to be a flow session with the prayer hand Mandala. Okay, so before you start the prayer hand Mandala, it is really important that you are warmed up through your shoulders, that your chest is open, and that your neck is nice and relaxed, because in its most peak exciting moment, the prayer hand Mandala is going to be spinning behind your head with your thumb, your fingers, and your palms together. So you really want to make sure that you are feeling warmed up in your shoulders. So you know how it goes. Let's break it down and then flow it through. So let's start with the hoop spinning on our hands, and I want you to press your palms together, fingers facing out. And this is really important. You always want to make sure that your fingertips are going to be facing the first point that you start with. Thumbs are up. So what we're going to do, first of all, is we're going to start to get used to turning in a barrel roll motion with the hoop spinning on our prayer hands. So ever so gently, not forgetting that you have to keep your fingers pointing. I'm pointing them towards you right now, always pointing in that direction. So the way that you turn, that elbow is going to start to direction itself up towards the sky, and just keep a little pulse, keep momentum here, come up and over your head, and then eventually you're going to feel like, I'm going to pop the hoop down for a minute. You're going to feel like that elbow leads, and I imagine that I'm kind of radiating glitter out of there, LED lights, whatever it is. So my thumb is up, my fingers are out. I'm really conscious of those directions. Elbow goes up, paints a rainbow in the sky. The other elbow comes with it, and now you're going to be in this position. So really being conscious of where the elbows are pointing. You want to have the palms together, fingers together, thumb down, fingers shooting out, all of those things, and keep the hoop moving. You got this. 2 hands together. Remember the position of the elbows, the fingers, the thumb. Press those palms together. Try not to let them go apart from each other. Otherwise, you're going to get this bouncing motion. So if you need to stay here for a while, that's totally cool. Let's go with it. Rolling open the shoulder. And when you get to this point, I really suggest that you ground the feet down, feel into the heels, and open up through the triceps or the backs of the arms so that you can fully engage with the 2-hand or the prayer Mandala. Now, that is why in the next tutorial, I'm going to show you 4 moves that are really going to help you to open up and get the most out of this move. So that was the first way. 2 hands together, we're going to roll into it, open up, and then to come out of this move, you're going to continue that full circle and come back to where you started. So try that a few times, rolling into it, being conscious of where the elbows are pointing, open up through the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Don't worry too much about the wind. And then you come back to this first position. So a few little things to recap there. Fingertips facing forward, thumb facing up, palms and fingers always together. Be conscious of where the elbows are going. When you do come to this full extension, see if you can round or open the chest, round the shoulders back, and make sure that you're not too tempted to push the fingers towards the sky. Have them shooting back, facing back. And when you do come back around, you're going to be back in that first position. Now, if you really did have glitter spraying out of your fingers or LED lights, then what would actually happen is that your hands would do a small circle as you were coming around. So that's another visual to help you roll into this move. Another way that you can move into that fullest extension of the two-hand or prayer hand mandala is to start on one hand. And you're going to do the same action, that is turn, do a half turn so that you're facing away, draw the hand up towards the crown of the head, and when you get to this point, you can slide the second hand in right here and really get used to that pulsing up and down. Then the second hand can bring the hoop down and pass at the back. Pointers together, thumbs together. So spinning up, press the hands together, spinning down. Another little variation that you might like to play with is to spin up with one hand, press the palms together, and turn down with palms together. Up with one, down with two, or up with two, down with one. So you can see that there are quite a lot of variations with this two-hand or prayer hand mandala. I would love you to try them all out and see what works for you. Now don't forget that in the next tutorial, I'm going to be showing you 4 moves that will really help you to open up your shoulders and relax through your neck so that you can get the most out of this move. Oh, and one more thing, don't forget that when you do nail the two-hand or prayer hand mandala, then you can tag me on Instagram. I am Deanne Love XO. I will see you over there.